The world of K-pop. Your faves were the most stylish brands. They put out music that gets streamed by millions of people a year. They get awards. They have devoted followers that fill up stadiums with their pin lights, bands, and handmade signs made out of love and appreciation. They truly are people's idols. K-pop companies and agencies hold auditions regularly, and you better believe people from all walks of life are trying to get that spot. Even people that don't speak Korean, like, what? And that's not even counting the people that get scouted, attend auditions held in Korea locally, or are currently in training to be one. So clearly people are fiending to be in that same spot as an entertainer, a singer, an actor, a brand representative. And I want to say to those people, get that out of mind immediately. They are scamming you, girl. They scamming you. They want to chew you up and spit you out. It's good to be realistic about these sort of things. I'm all for people having very out there dreams and hate it when others try to put them down just because they have aspirations in life. And other people are fine with living in their car, working at Burger King for the rest of their 70 years on this planet. But when it comes to an industry like entertainment, I feel like the consequences can be so great that it should practically come with a warning label on the contract. I mean, I guess people will still sign considering there are warning labels, but this is more for the people who are ignorant of these things or need a good kick-in-the-face reminder. So let's start with what people think gets them there in the first place. I'm Blub, your favorite VTuber, and let's get into why you are not going to become a K-pop idol. I'm sure everyone who's watching this right now genuinely interested in becoming involved with K-pop is a beautiful pale-skinned girl with a BMI of
18.5.
You can sing, you can dance, and you're super talented. Which is nothing less of anybody who regularly views this channel. Especially my friends! Or either you're a mid-20s to older guy who had a diet of junk food and hair is already in trouble, but I'm sure I don't need to convince you. You're just watching this for fun. Or because you want to give me money. Now you may be above average, but I hope you're ready for 15 surgery procedures to mimic the bone structure of 5 other girls in your group. You got blemishes, acne scars. Girl, you better book your dermatologist appointment before you go to that audition. By the time you're done, you won't even look like yourself anymore. The dysmorphia must be insane. So is it really worth it? I mean, moreover on the appearance thing, they literally told Hyunjin from Stray Kids that he wouldn't have to try because he's pretty. But don't go thinking that's the norm through and through, because you may finally look good, but if they find out you can't sing for real and sound like a chihuahua with a sore throat, they will drag you through the mud and by extension your group. On the other hand, you can be someone genuinely talented like Bang-chan and be a trainee for years and years before you get to debut for no particularly good reason. And I know my viewers' time is valuable, not to mention in that time you could have pursued something like a college degree. Girl, he won't even have time for you. That is not sustainable for a relationship. Unless you're fine with only the idea of being in a relationship, and just looking at him fills you with the motivation to keep going without seeing him for another 4 months. Especially considering some of these guys are actors in romance dramas. Like, if I saw my dude stand up like this, it would be over. Some people can deal with that as well. I mean, it's just acting, but I'm a yandere. And I'm sure these K-pop stans are too. Y'all be getting ready to kill falling at the mouth like a Rottweiler over a man you don't even know. Whether you're dating or not, if you even seem like you're too close with a co-worker of the opposite sex, people are going to assume things. I would say 10% don't mind and 90% do. You will have to have an entire Kim Possible monitoring setup situation to be able to orchestrate a relationship that doesn't get found out within a year or so. And if or when people do find out, oh Lord, your career might just be over, or at least stained. There's few instances where the fans are neutral or even happy for two idols to have a relationship. They are just some haters through and through. Y'all folks really think y'all gonna repopulate Korea by having babies with them. They don't even typically get married or have kids until their 30s, far past the prime or their career. So I hope you don't mind playing the long game. Speaking of long, I hope you can live on 3 to 5 hours of sleep, because whether you believe it or not, this is what your favorite artists are working off of a lot. And somehow they don't look like the sleep experiment guy. Now, at best, the longest break that I've heard of for idols is a month between preparing for the next comeback, and at least a week after a big concert, with a little longer break after a tour, sometimes, which actually sounds pretty good when you consider most working adults don't get a break at all for entire years, and when it is, it's like 4 to 5 vacation days. But coupled with all the other turmoil they go through, I think it's more than deserved. Now, to this day, I'm not sure what the average idol schedule looks like, aside from being filled with the obvious things like photo shoots, meetings, and interviews, music video filming, practice, and things of that variety. But what gets me is they're usually doing any of those things all day, every day, which is like, how? How do you always have that many appointments that you're always getting home at 11 p.m.? But the thing is, if your schedule isn't packed, then something is typically not right. There's a reason why agencies do back-to-back tours and back-to-back comebacks. It's usually greed, but also they need to pay back their debts. And also, if your face isn't everywhere at some point, your group will probably disband in 3 years, like a lot of other K-pop groups that didn't have staying power. It's nice to have fans. Trust me, I know. Yeah, I know. Chances are, though, you might end up not liking them, which is why I weed out my audience very carefully. And honestly, not carefully enough if you think I won't mention dabbing at 21 and 2026, but I digress. Also, some idols do fan calls. I don't know if that's mandatory, but I think anyone in the K-pop community is aware of those literal cringe compilations made of these unholy interactions. You see him? You see his face? That could be you talking to someone that says they want to lick the inside of your cheeks and not the upper ones. And if you're a girl, you're gonna need to egg your at least once and talk in that annoying baby voice. Whether as a joke or on purpose, it honestly seems humiliating all the same. Some idols don't mind, but I don't know, man, I don't know. If you don't know what eggyo is, it's basically speaking or acting in a childlike way, and any grown man who genuinely likes this needs to be watched. I don't think I need to go into detail about things like harassment, both in person and online, stalking, literal threats to their safety sent through fan mail. Those are pretty extreme cases, and I don't think every group goes through that, but there is a chance, so just be aware of that, especially when there's a particular member of a group people like to pick on, regardless if they consider themselves fans or not. I don't think they're getting paid enough to survive all that, or at all. But by now, everyone knows artists not making money and getting into predatory contracts is a general music industry problem and not just K-pop. So I didn't make a section for it. This is more about how it would personally inconvenience you. And speaking of a major inconvenience, you could take away my phone, but please don't take away my food. There was quite literally a trend going around a few years ago of the K-pop idol diet and a block of ice. Ice. I mean, all you're gonna be doing in this industry most of the time is working and eating, and the eating is just to replenish your energy for more work. So you might as well eat something to actually sustain you, even if it is small. Just something that has protein and can keep you full, not a block of ice that won't do anything for you. There's been actual cases of idols passing out, doing missteps, and falling on stage because of the steady decline of their health. It actually amazes me how much they can keep up before that happens. Like, the human body can really push itself on next to nothing. This should be like illegal to demand a certain body weight or type while also working people literally to the bone. But if we're being honest, most companies don't care for employee health because we live in a society. Fans calling idols ugly because they're fat and fat because they're ugly certainly does not help either. But in the extreme cases, fans mostly come to their senses that having a heart is good and demand the agency take better care of their talents and give them well wishes and prayers. Unfortunately, I suspect that idols typically don't make their bodily issues known. That's not cause this kind of uproar and worry though. Even if it does get better and you get sympathy, it's a pretty bad condition to go through to begin with. And an eating disorder is a monster that typically isn't easy to beat without consistency. So this is a VTuber channel where this video probably already feels massively out of place. So unfortunately, I have to find a way to relate this back to VTubers. Just give me like 2 minutes. Especially recently with the new Hololive NVs, it's clear to see the influence of K-pop as both the genre and the aesthetic. The merch is pretty similar to K-pop fan merch at times, save for the audios, and I couldn't begin to fathom how that would go over with real people, and the concerts they hold both digitally and in actual venues. And believe me, If their plan was to make cash cows out of these women by following the idol industry blueprint, they succeeded. Most of the time. Sing and dance on top of already streaming, so that takes up a bunch of time, and they get burnt out faster. And trying to wrangle and PR manage an outspoken VTuber or a mentally ill Minhera is like trying to wrestle with a saber-toothed tiger. You will not win. Aside from the talent level and appearance thing, they mostly go through the same struggles as real-life idols do, because people are just as insane about digital people as they are about ones they can actually be in the presence of. So why did I make this video? I needed to do something with all this music industry knowledge I've accrued over the past 2 years. But also, because I don't want people to suffer. As someone who wants to pursue art as a job, I've had my fair share of reality checks. And I just cannot stand it when people feel the need to bring others with the same dream down just because they had a bad experience or didn't make it, while putting their actual nuggets of wisdom in the middle of their vent post. With that said, most idols that are in successful, internationally famous groups claim they are happy with their lives, while having experienced nearly every one of these setbacks that I've listed. And that's kind of the thing. People in job industries usually either list all the pros with no cons or all the cons with no pros. So instead of ending this video on a negative note, I want to say if you still want to pursue being a K-pop idol despite all of these things, honestly, more power to you. Like, you must have a really strong will, or you might be biting off more than you can chew, but you might get used to it. K-pop idols are some of the most talented celebrities, if I'm being honest, or at least some of the most multi-talented celebrities. And honestly, I really respect the ones that can really do all of it, like the acting, the singing. Some of them are variety show hosts. A lot of them won't come on and say these things. They just try to let people down easily because they are likely not allowed to explain the ways they are displeased with the idol industry. So as onlookers, we can kind of only warn each other. Instead of making fun of these people and thinking that you won't be like that, it's more useful to use those things to inform yourself. So if you're really considering doing it, just please do not start with one of those competitive shows. You are going to embarrass yourself in front of 10,000 people before you even get to debut. I have made it to the end of this video. Thank you. You rock. Here's a sticker, superstar. I'm Blub. No, I do not do video essays on a regular, nor am I a K-pop channel. So if you liked my personality, please subscribe. That's the only thing I'm consistent with. I am like this all the time. So if you don't mind that and you like the video, leave a like. And I'll see you guys later. Yeah. Bye.